Greetings painters, decorators and DIY enthusiasts. My name is Darren and this video is brought to you by Airless Discounter. Today we're going to look at the Wagner 250 and 350 models. Now there are some variations, and with that they've brought out models M, R and Extra. So all in all, between the 250 and 350 with the M, R and Extra, you have 6 variations to choose from. So to help you select the right sprayer for you, we're going to look at their construction differences, the performance, the use cases, the parts that you get with the machine, and the optional extras that you can also order. So let's check it out. Right, so let's start off with the construction. As you can see with me, I have the cart variation, which you get with the extender handle and wheels. This will weigh in at about 13 kilograms. You also have the carrying version, which they also call the skid version, which looks like it has 2 little skis that when you just place it on the ground, and that weighs in at about 7 kgs. Each of the models have a carrying version, but not all of them have the cart version. So the Model R is limited just to carrying, whereas the Model M and the Model Extras, they both have the cart version and the carrying version. When you get the cart version, you're going to find that the inlet pipe is a bit more rigid, but you do have choices of a more flexible pipe and then a rigid pipe. The flexibility, of course, is useful with the skid versions, or the ones that are just come on the floor, because the pipe needs to get over the bucket when you are accessing your material. The next is the performance. So with your 250 models, you have a motor output of 550 watts. With the 350 models, the output moves up slightly to 600 watts. The delivery rate of the 250 is 1.25 liters per minute, and the delivery rate of the 350 models is 1.5 liters per minute. The recommended surface coverage that, well, the one that Wagner suggests that you get is around 15 meters squared for 2 minutes. However, that really does depend on what material you're using, how skilled you are as an airless sprayer, and also just the speed at which you move, and that is all going to play into the surface coverage. The next we can look at is the use cases. So if this machine or the bunch of the models will mostly be used for the interior wall paint and also for lacquers. You would get with the machine, if we open up the top here, with the machine you get the red filters, which is 180 mesh, which is for your thinner materials, for example the lacquers, and the white filter, it's a 50 mesh, and that's you would use with your interior wall paints. So if you think what, for example, you might be used for, if you're doing home renovations, this will be great for doing the interior walls, and also if you need to fix up paint like doors or fences, for example. As maintenance personnel, if you're working in a hotel, that's also great for the small projects where you need to touch up something, maybe a small bit of damage from a client or from one of the people visiting the hotel. And then a contractor, maybe for covering the coatings on wood, for example, and then also anti-corrosion that goes on steel supports. If we continue with the parts that come with the machine, if I grab the gun here, you will find that the filters, the white filter and the red filter that both come with the model, you'll actually find the white filter inside the gun already. And to do that, you'll just give it some turns at the top to release, if we do it correctly. You'll notice, so you see some of the models, after you get the gun off the pipe, then you'd be able to get to the filter right away. But here you actually have one additional piece that you need to screw off, and then there you've got the filter inside. It's actually quite snug in there right now. And there will also be a spring, so just be careful when you're taking the filter out that you don't end up losing the spring in the floor somewhere or into your paint bucket. Also with the parts, the 350 models come with a 15-meter hose, and the 250 models come with a 9-meter hose. However, both can actually use up to 30 meters. The tip sizes that come, they both have a 311 and the 517, and an optional extra for tip sizes is the 619. You would use the 311 with your thinner materials and the red filter, and you would generally use the 517 and 619 with your white filter. And that's thicker materials, and that's, for example, your emulsion paints. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave it below this video. Otherwise, if you want to contact us, you can give us a call, send us an email, or you can visit us at our service center here in Berlin. Thanks again, and have a great spray.